How's it going? Welcome to this episode of Fucking About in the Shed with Matt. Today, I have some advice for you. If somebody calls you a treasure, it probably means they want to bury you or sell you to the British Museum. Neither of those things are going to be favourable for you. Anyway, moving along. Today, we're going to look at a new product from Oakfield Clear. Carmen kindly sent me this little sample here to test and review. She gave it to me, which was quite nice of her to do so. This is not an epoxy. Looks like it, but it's not. It's a modified polyurea. I'm not really a scientist, so I can't really explain to you the scientific differences between an epoxy and a polyurea. But what I can tell you is the claims for this are 100% UV resistant or proof. So it won't yellow, which is a really big deal for creatives, artists, hobbyists, particularly those casting and wanting that perfect clarity over a long time. I think, based on my experience with this brand, that is a legitimate claim. It is a fast set product. The claim is it can be sanded or machined or whatever in 5 hours or less. My experience with other brands that claim a fast cure time to the point of being able to be machined or sanded is most of the time they are out by a significant margin and I'm going to wait overnight. We're going to check that today and we'll see how 4 or 5 hour mark looks for machining or sanding. This product is a little bit more difficult to use than a standard two-part epoxy, hence the presence of the vacuum chamber. So these have been sitting in hot water for about 20 minutes. They've been warmed up. They're currently around the sort of 35-degree mark. I've been told not to put them in the microwave to warm them. Chances are I will test that at another time, more so for my own benefit, in fairness, to test it properly. Now, what you can see here is a reusable silicone mixing cup. It has a capacity of 100 mils. I'm going to make an 80 milliliter mix and we will see how that goes. It's a 1-to-1 thingy. That's part B, that's part A. It took me a little bit of time to find that. You got me, babe. I'm yours to have. Don't hurt me, baby. The other thing to note with this is you've got a fairly short work time. In order to get a short cure time, the catalyzing of the two components will obviously start sooner and happen quicker. So we've got to mix this for about 2 minutes and then we've got to degas it for 5 and we are pretty much at the use it immediately stage. Now these little silicone cups have so far proven to be quite handy as far as a tool for saving some waste, particularly with small mixers like this, where we would normally use a disposable cup. And I guess this will be a test to see how well the silicone releases the polyurea product. So we've given it a good solid mix and we're going to very carefully put it in here away from the bottom of the lid here. So the bottom of the lid, when you release the air back in, obviously the air comes in rushing in, and if you squirt that into the top of the mixed components, it sprays all over the lid and ruins it like I did there. We'll chuck the pump on. Doing crazy dreaming. You're the reason why. Hiding by the baby. Losing my mind. Don't try to save me. We're about 5 minutes. Let's let the air out and see what happens.
My world is faster and faster. The tears and the laughter. I'm here for the ride.
So two things, still a few bubbles, and the chemical process is definitely happening. It has got thick and is quite warm.
To love an emotional mess. I'm in a trance, spinning out of control. Don't know what this dance is, but at least I'm not dancing alone. All kinds of crazy. You heard what I said. I blame you, lover. I'm out of my head. Some days my feet has me frozen. I'm brave and I'm broken. My soul is wide open. Yes, yes, I'm an emotional mess. Yes, but you would.
Now, because this is a much thicker product, the bubble release isn't quite so good, and so we will use a little bit of flame in places to get those bubbles out.
Don't hurt me, my heart's in your hands. You got me, babe, I'm yours too.
This is the second pour as part of my little testing stuff. Rules are meant to be broken, right? Aren't they? So this has been warmed in the microwave against instructions, mainly because I want to see whether it behaves properly. Stuff's reasonably pricey, so if I can find a reason definitively not to do it and save you wasting what would amount to be probably, I don't know, 15 or 20 bucks. I don't know. No, it's not that much. I'll figure it out and I'll put it up on the screen.
Yes, to love an emotional mess. Yes, you wouldn't want me any less. Yes, 'cause you know how wild it could get. To love an emotional mess.
Well, that's about the end of that. Not just the product itself, but also the work time. The work time is literally 5, maybe 8 minutes. You can feel it start to warm up, and you can feel it start to go claggy, sort of thicken up, which is the nature of a fast set. I had it just enough to do a few little cracks, and as you can see, I've painted the front face. So, conclusion time for this stuff. ResinNext Clear Fill by Oakfield Clear. We'll start with the last thing I did, which is this seal top coat across this edge of the timber. Two things, it's set up really nice. There are no visible bubbles, even up this end here where I was coming towards the end of the work life of the mix, and it was quite thick. It has gone on really nice. There are no bubbles or anything nefarious going on. It has run down into the cracks. The cracks are quite deep, and you will see that there are some little marks here from the tape where I've put tape on it to prevent it running down. A little bit of a run here and here. So brushing it on like that looks good. Set up nice. No bubbles. That's a win right there. It does actually set in the claimed time frame, more or less. I'm sure things like ambient temperature, the temperature that you warm it up to prior to mixing it, and the normal things that would impact normal epoxies will impact this as far as the cure time goes. But the 3 to 5 hour claim is realistic based on the 2 times that I've used it. I would say if you're going to use this product, follow the instructions properly. The use of a microwave to warm it up, Carmen's quite clear that one shouldn't do that. Beyond the idea that it, like most things being warmed in a microwave, isn't warmed slowly and isn't warmed evenly, I believe that is the reason why it's not recommended. It's food safe. That's a big deal. If you're going to use it on serving boards, then being food safe is a good thing, a necessary thing. Very little actual odour, no VOCs or BPAs or any of the things. Most stuff on the market now is going to tell you that they have that because consumers are smart enough, they're going to buy the product that is food safe and has little or no odour. This stuff needs to be reasonably pleasant to use. You're not going to continue to use a product that makes your eyes watery or whatever. Now, we come to price. You'll note a different shirt. I wore 4 for this particular video. My original thoughts on the price of this product were a little inaccurate because I mixed up the value of this kit. This kit is $50 for half a litre. A full 1 litre is $85. That makes it slightly more expensive than your typical epoxy product, which would normally be in the $50 to $60 a litre mark, depending on the actual volume you buy. What that translates to is the 80 milliliter mixes that I was making in my little cup around the $6.50, $7 mark. Not terrible price-wise given the features. And in actual fact, the premium of, let's say, $25 a litre over normal epoxy doesn't feel like a lot given the UV resistance, the scratch resistance, and the fast setting. So from a cost point of view, I think this represents pretty good value without compromising quality. So my conclusion is this is a good product. I would use it again. It is quite specific. It's not something that I would use a lot of. Yeah, I like it. I would use it again. It is worth noting that this product is a little bit harder to use or requires a great deal more attention than other epoxy style products. That's not necessarily a bad thing, but it is something to be mindful of because of the price point. Another interesting feature which I have failed to mention so far, it has a neutral pH. Now I don't do epoxy work with flowers or natural things like that, other than timber, I suppose that's natural, but If you are a hobbyist or a creator who uses an epoxy to seal, mold, carry flowers, the neutral pH, I am told, very important as far as minimising or removing the risk of discolouring. It's going to need to have a certain amount of strength, and one of the claims is that it has a high level of scratch resistance or abrasion resistance. That's not something I have deliberately or specifically tested, but what I will say is when I was sanding the infill on the flat surface rather than the end, it certainly took significant time in relation or in comparison to other products that I've used. And I think that it would be reasonable to suggest that the resistance to the sandpaper would carry on or reflect a resistance to scratching under normal use that would be considered good or very good. Anyway, thank you for listening to my ramblings. I hope this has been helpful for you. I hope you have an opportunity to try such a product out. Yeah, have yourself a great day. Chuck me a like and a subscribe. Got more stuff coming. I promised a guitar video that is on the way, but delayed because reasons. Take care of yourself.